Friday. Hi, my name is Anne Marie, and this is Anne Marie's Workshop. I love to make things with joy. If you like to make things with joy, you have found the right place. Please like, subscribe, and share. This is my hashtag Friday sews. Is it the 17th? 19th of May. Getting close to my birthday. Anyway, so the hashtag Friday sews hashtag was a forum created by Jenny Weissner and a few other YouTube creators who decided that they would like to report kind of what they were doing every week. And it is a group that you can find on Facebook, hashtag Friday sews group. And so if you would like to share as well, you can run on over there and join this Facebook group. So it was a productive week in the workshop, and I want to show you some of the things I finished and talk about things I'm working on. But first, we normally have a forum question, which kind of a warmer up to talk about our views on sewing. But I do believe I left off in my 20s and I decided to do my sewing autobiography because Jenny's taking a well-needed rest this month and doesn't have a forum topic for us. So I'm going to keep on going. Now, where was I? 20s with little kids. And so I was sewing for them a lot. But one of the pivotal changes that happened for me is I saved up a year and bought a really beautiful sewing machine, a Husqvarna Rose that I still sew on to this day. And part of it, I also got involved with another guild, another quilting guild in Aliquippa, which was a town over from Coraopolis in Pennsylvania where I was living. And one of the things that blew my mind besides sharing information and taking workshops and learning how to do different techniques and stuff like that is, one day the African American Sewing Guild sent us some of their representative. They had a coffee table book. Their quilts were on rotation in the museums in America. And in walked these little tiny black ladies, and it just blew my mind, the work they were doing, like the freedom. They were making the back of the quilt just as interesting as the front of the quilt. And they came from all different walks of life. And I was talking to one of them and they said to me, and I was telling them how I was enjoying quilting and stuff, and they were like, "Oh baby, you're not quilting yet because your husband's still alive." And I was so shocked and offended. But now I know what they mean. They mean that I was still involved in the day-to-day of the maintenance of other people other than me. I was still taking care of kids, still watching over parents, still married to my husband. So there was all these things. So I could not wake up in the middle of the night and feel like sewing and create something out of nothing in my workroom because I didn't have a workroom. I was sewing out of the basement. I've sewn in the garage, the basement, closet, under the bed. I've sewn everywhere to fit my sewing in. But one thing has been true is that I've always fit my sewing in. So you've got 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, a whole Saturday. You put the time in, feel that joy in your heart, and eventually something comes out of the funnel that you either love or get to wear and to just have fun with it. So it really changed my philosophy going into my 30s. My kids were getting older. I had made some beautiful, let me show you a prom dress I made. Example of when I learned to sew with joy. I took my time. I looked for, my daughter is very voluptuous. She's also 5 feet tall. So the chances of her finding something off the rack, my youngest daughter, finding something off the rack was very slim in her color palette. And that's the power of sewing. You can create something in your color palette for your body with the demands that you need for you, the requirements. So this is a beautiful Orange Crush dress. Remember these bubble hems? the bubble hem at the bottom. She looked exquisite in it. And it took my sewing up to another level because there was boning. Everything is covered on the inside. It was lined in a silk. When it was done, you couldn't tell me anything. I was so proud of myself. And there are some garments that you're going to come across that are going to pivotally change your life. And this was her throw with the little beads. Believe it or not, this little piece of silk for her throw cost more than the entire dress. But it was the exact color and it was perfect. And she was perfection and the pictures were perfection and she was happy. And she danced so much at her prom that we couldn't get the dress off. And she had to wait for it to cool down and everything. God bless her brother for taking her. It was a wonderful night. I have to say, for me, that's the best part of sewing. The creation, the idea, the color selection, the fabric selection, the look on the person's face who you made it with love for. And so that's been my philosophy. I no longer sew if there's not joy included in it. When I'm sewing and I feel the joy escaping a little bit, I stop. Time to go read a book. Time to watch some more Law and Order. Time to watch another Netflix special. Time to call someone and be with them. And time to go hear another story that my dad's going to tell me that I've already heard 8 million times. Time to go outside and walk in the sunshine. All right, so let's talk about what I'm working on this week in the workshop. In honor of Me Made May, I am wearing Merchant & Mills Etta wrap dress. Let me show you the rest of it. It has pockets. It is wonderful. Now, first things first, let's address the elephant in the room. I have been working on elephants actually, but nothing to show you yet. But this is my hashtag Color Me Cafe entry. I have been working on it this week. It is almost finished. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm tickled to death with the fan quilting pattern on the front and the beautiful quilt pattern on the back. I love the edging that I put along the border of the dress. This is, of course, my favorite Vogue pattern. I should know it by heart by now. 173592. Oh, let me go look. By now, I would know it by heart. It is Vogue 9253, not Vogue 1735. It's like a great pattern. You can make it into a dress, duster, and a jumpsuit. Well, the jumpsuit you're gonna have to figure out yourself, but I have done that. Please check out my channel. You'll see me making this pattern, but I decided to make this in a duster. I don't know if I'm finished with it yet. I don't know if I want the beads that I had from a long time ago. I don't know if I want to incorporate it into this or just leave it as it is. I'm not sure yet. So this is what I pseudo finished this week with the bias strip around the edges, but I'm really pleased with it. Note, don't think I finished that Color Me Cafe entry this week at the same time I did these other things. That was a slow build. I had to wait for the cafe fabric because I was out. I had to make the pinwheel, the spinning wheel. That was last week or the week before. Then I had to construct the dress. So the finishing product that you're seeing now is over a few weeks. It's not just, it just happened to finish at the end of this week. So don't think I'm a wunderkind or anything like that. Finished was Mimi G's 9714. It is a cool jacket with flat pockets, and I just love the color. I think it's very spring going into summer. And the pattern came with these pants, but I think they're great pants. just not for me. These very feminine looking cargo pants. It is McCall 6291. And I did view C, and they came out so cute. And I like the color, you know, cargo pants, plenty of options for pockets, an elasticized waist for my my apple shape. And I'm just really pleased. The gathered hem, really pleased with it, tickled with it. And I took my time with the pockets, because sometimes pockets can become tiresome. But there were like 1, 2, there were 6 in the pants and 2 on the jacket. So over a few days, took my time, watched some Netflix, listened to some music, listened to some podcasts, and had my regular life, and they're finished. This is one I had started a week ago, but I had to wait for some things. This is the Know Me pattern by Beaute J'Adore ME2016, and I love it. It's beautiful. The sleeves, they require sleeve heads, and the self fabric sleeve heads I made, no bueno, didn't work out. Just the sleeves just flopped. So I went back to Pings and got some heavy duty netting, like a heavy crinoline, and I made them, and that's what the sleeves needed. And I had to double them, because even though this is very light, to get the effect, I had to double them. And it also gave me time to go back in and get some more of this trim that kind of gives you the effect of like faggoting. And I wanted to have that around the end of the dress now. So I really like how it turned out. I think it's beautiful. I don't know if it's for me. We'll see. Next thing I got finished was DKNY's, Vogue's DKNY 1487, this Stripe-A-Palooza here. And I had this fabric from You Know Where, Pings. And I wanted to make it look very summery, kind of resort. Hold on. Let's see if you can get the full effect. That's the front. And here is the back. Stripes going every which way. It's really cute. It's really cute. And I'll show you the skirt. And the skirt creates a chevron with side panels. It's so cute. I love it, but my daughter saw it. So I don't think I'm winning that. So I think and this is really her color palette. She looks good in these oranges and stuff. But I do have a Worn Inspired to make this pattern, because I'm sure it's still in the book. It's a sweet pattern, but there is a major mistake on it. And now I thought it was me, because you know, I always think there's other people who are vetting these patterns for the company. It can't be you. But in this case, it wasn't me. I really cut out the back panel here. It was wrong. The back panel is supposed to cover, this bottom panel is supposed to cover all the way from on the yoke, all the way across. And I don't know how they made this mistake, but you see how narrow the tissue part is? The sleeve they made went all the way to the edge. It was like a narrow tube all the way to the edge. But it did not extend to the middle like it was supposed to. In other words, this should have fit. Say if this is the halfway point. It fit along the top, but the bottom, the body, was all the way over here. So it made this very slim piece in the body and these really long arms. I don't know how they didn't catch it. Like the yoke measured up, but the body was wrong. So if you make this, luckily for me, I had an extra piece of material left. So I could recut, I could fix it, which is this is what it should look like. Not this. This is too narrow for the body in the back. And then they had another long piece that fit. That's not right. That's not right. It's just not right. So I fixed it. I dug in my scrap pile and found another, thank goodness, another piece of fabric left over, and I was able to recut it because it's so cute, but I wouldn't have been able to recover if I didn't have the material. There's no way to fix it. There's no way to fix it because this is a big deal. From here to, whoop, from here to here, additional fabric that needs to be cut. It's a big deal. I guess you could have found another fabric and gone zigzag, or I don't know, but it was a lot of trouble. So here's the thing, if you choose to do this pattern, which I am going to make it again, I do like it. It's fabulous with stripes and with knits. But that is a word to the wise, that's a caution. So as you're making it, you might have to make that adjustment so that the front fits the back. Okay, I hope that helps. You see this piece number 4 here? It shouldn't be shaped like that. See this long sleeve? The body needs to come all the way out here to match the front. So you needed to add, I added maybe 5 inches on this side, cut this sleeve off to match this sleeve over here. I hope it makes sense. So cute. I might check the buckets again next week when I go into Payne's, and I know I've seen that, a lot of that material, so I might make it again, probably in another color. I saw some blue stripes, so maybe, we'll see. Quite a bit of scrap material left over from various projects. Because I tend to buy in 4-yard increments, this happens, but I don't mind. There's always enough left for dress-a-girl dresses and other projects. So this is my very first matchy dress shirt. Okay, let me put her on here. Alrighty. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. This is a matchy pattern. Oh, hold on. Let me find out who makes Matchy. I don't think that's the name of the company. Found it, Matchy by Sewing Club. And it's great because you can have so many pieces. So this is a panel of a shirt that I've done before. And this spotted, almost, that's not dots, but it's left over from another project. This is left over for another project. Let's see, on the back, these are some this is a quilter cotton, and then a panel piece of a voile. Why? I'm not sure. Anyway, so, and I used bias binding around the edge. I had a little piece of silver gray left. I like it. I'm gonna look through my things and see how many other little matchy. I think I have, I put together a bag full of pink leftover fabrics that I wanna do next with this matchy blouse. I like it. Okay, so I purchased the Lenny top by Tessuti because I like the boxy shape, because I'm a boxy shape, and I like where it hit on the clothes, which will really work for me because I tend not to tuck things in. And also the fabric requirements were such that if I had a yard left over or from another project, I could go ahead and use it. So that's what I did. So this is the Lenny top made out of that beautiful Ankara top that I had that was left over, and it had a bottom facing, it had a neck facing, sorry, so it became reversible. All right, so this is in that brilliant blue that I wear often, so I thought this would be great travel wear. It sits off the body, and I'll talk about how I constructed it so it would have the same look as the other. So I did one in this blue, Another with the leftover fabric from this beautiful fabric that I got at from Fabric Mart. I could only get 1 yard. Like I ordered maybe 3, and they wrote me back and said only 1. Did they want me to send it? And I said yes. And so I made this beautiful rose embroidered print on one side. It's not 100% cotton. It is a polyester mix, just like the fabric underneath. Remember, this is that tissue ankara, not true ankara, because it's not 100% cotton. I think it's 100% polyester, personally. But it flutters, and it will fit over that beautiful skirt I made and work with my travel capsule. So I made 2 of these, and I have 1 more in an enchanting linen. So beautiful, but I'm not rushing. I'll probably do it this afternoon while I'm relaxing. That's it as far as sewing. I have a little bit of a haul. Let me open this without the crinkle. Beautiful leaf ribbon for a project I'm working on. Also, my orders came in on Amazon for my bias binding in cotton. This is like the 1/2 inch, and this is the 1 inch. I need this for a quilt I'm working on, and this, I needed it to finish that Color Me Cave project. I also purchased 2 PDF patterns. The Donnie shirt by Friday Pattern Company. When I purchase a PDF, I print off the cover and put it inside my pattern books, so I know I have it, because with PDF, sometimes out of sight is out of mind, and you don't remember that you have all these other wonderful patterns to work with. I also bought the Seguro set from Friday Pattern Company. I know, I'm the last one to the party. But this top, this crisscross here that fits right underneath the bra, I want to use that top with a dress I'm making. So I wanted that because it was elasticized, and it fits exactly where I want it to fit. And so these, and that's it, guys. That's all the mischief I got up to this week. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday, and we will see you next week. Keep making with joy. Enjoy yourself.